What is up, everybody? J Nell here with my Bellator 149 prediction video. Let's get into it. I'm going to speed through the other picks so we can talk about the top two fights. First up, possibly for the last time, I'm taking a risk and picking Melvin Gillard to beat Derek Campos. I'm choosing Emmanuel Sanchez to beat Daniel Pineda. I just messed that up. I think it's going to be a good fight, though. Choosing Emmanuel Newton to beat Linton Vassell. I think that's going to be a good fight, and I think Linton could get it early because I think he has more punching power. However, I think the experience, the diversity in the toolbox, plus the better cardio, I think the longer this fight goes, the more in favor of Newton it goes. Now, co-main event. And the spectacle starts now, people. We are seeing Kimbo Slice take on Dada 5000. And if you're like me, you said to yourself, what is a Dada 5000? So I did the research. He's got a movie on Netflix called Dogfight. I watched it. I watched his pro fights and everything. I watched interviews. He's 38 years old. He's basically a street fighter. He's only had like 3 professional fights. He does have a chin, though. He took a lot of damage in one of the fights that I saw. Kimbo Slice, as you know, started off as a street fighter as well. Got onto the Ultimate Fighter house. Lost a couple of times. Then he went on to go undefeated in pro boxing. Actually had a lot of Showtime fights. He's 40 years old. And out of these two men, like he said, he is a smart fighter compared to Radada 5000. So you can take that however you want. This is basically a grudge match. These two men know each other personally. When Kimbo came up with the street fights, Dada was actually part of the crew working with him. Kimbo claims that this is basically he's butthurt because Kimbo got rich and got out the hood like you're supposed to do, quite frankly, and that he didn't reach back and basically fund Dada's career. Dada said, and Dada's been talking trash and soiling his good name, apparently, according to Kimbo Slice. According to Dada, Kimbo Slice was more of a business thing. He said that not only did he work on the crew, that he actually fought for Kimbo on camera, and that Kimbo refused to show the fights and refused to release the footage to him, so he couldn't make money off of it. Then after that, he, I guess, went out of his way to stop Dada from doing his own street fights or something like that, saying that he's not sanctioned, it's not safe, such and such. So Dada claims that it's personal and business. So again, this is a grudge match we're seeing here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say Kimbo should win because again, he's the more proficient fighter compared to Dada 5000. But because there's so much emotion involved and the lead-up's been nice and entertaining, who knows? And Dada does have a chin. If Kimbo gets out of character, he could gas himself if he doesn't finish him in the first round. Who knows? But Kimbo should win this circus of a fight. Now, main event. And the circus continues. We are seeing, I believe he's already 51, should be 51-year-old Ken Shamrock take on 49-year-old Royce Gracie. Yeah, I said that. It's happening. This is the third time they're going to be fighting. I actually looked back and I was able to find in an old movie store UFC 1 through 10. I think I watched 1 through 10. So I saw UFC 1 where he first beat Ken Shamrock via rear naked choke, then in UFC 5 where they draw, actually. And you know, there's been drama ever since. Ken complains about not having his wrestling shoes while Royce got to bring his gi. So they've actually been talking trash to each other like ever since, like 20 years. It's pretty crazy. They were both cleared by doctors to fight. So yeah, I did hear there might be a PED infraction on Royce's record that could keep him from fighting. I don't know. Someone clarify that. I don't think that's a problem. I just want to make sure this fight's going to go on. So yeah, doctor said we can go. I guess all of the ducks are in a row. Let's talk about the skill. So I tried to look up the Gracie family. They are MMA royalty. They did revolutionize the sport of MMA. And at the beginning, Royce, no one was proficient on the ground. He would get him on the ground and they were like babies flopping around and he would just run through everyone until Ken Shamrock came around. Ken Shamrock, who has a wrestling base and then had submission wrestling at Shooter Box. He was also a pro wrestler for a while, but because he had that ground game expertise, is that ankle lock that he loves, he was able to actually hang with Royce on the ground, and they actually put together some of the most competitive matches we've seen, and the UFC kind of built a little bit of a fire off of those two men. They are living legends, the both of them. Why they feel the need to keep fighting, I don't know, but hey, I will be there to witness the spectacle. I can't wait. I just hope I just hope it happens. I'm picking Royce. One of the main reasons why I'm picking Royce is not because he's 2 years younger. It's because physically he's just taken less damage. Ken Shamrock has had a multitude of serious injuries, knee injuries, back injuries, neck injuries. He's had a multitude of serious surgeries. And even though he's been more active since they've stopped fighting, I believe he's had 6 more fights in the last like 20 years. So you could say he's more in fighting form, that he's got the momentum, but just on physical conditioning, I just feel like Royce will, I think he can depend on his body more than Ken can depend on his body. Either way, be wary of a quick ref stoppage, because I have the feeling that if either man get into trouble, that ref's going to stop that fight immediately, because nobody wants to see anybody die. All right, so I'm picking it for Royce Gracie. Please let me know your picks, any injury updates. Hopefully there are none. Hopefully none of the two old guys fall asleep or anything and miss the fight. Let me stop. Let me know any injury updates, your picks. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, where I will have 15-second prediction and recap videos. Subscribe, like, talk to me, please. Let me know what you think about this. Talk to me. Take care. Goodbye.